All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call today. We're going to be going over everything to do with Facebook ads. So if you got questions, let me know. We're going to be going through a lot of great stuff today. And let me know where you're coming in from. And in the mastermind group, I actually just posted, in fact, I think I did that yet last night, some examples of some ads that I'll talk about today. And at this post is a link. And so this is in the mastermind group. Who here is not in the mastermind group? So let me know. First of all, let me know where you're coming in from, who you're with, and then let me know if you are in the mastermind group on Facebook right here or not. Because at the link right here, if you click it, you're going to land on our article, Struggling with Facebook Ads and Follow Up. So this is a phenomenal article I want to make sure all of you have access to. If you are not in the mastermind group yet, when you log in, so go to listingstoleads.com and when you log in, click on the marketing calendar. And you can't hear me. Can everybody hear me or no? Let me put here. Can you hear me? So let me know that you can hear me or not before I get too far along. Yes. All right. So Brent can hear me. And Linda, yeah, may just be your microphone. So to get to the mastermind group, if you're not a member yet, go to marketing calendar, resources, and you're going to see over on the far right, Facebook mastermind group. Click join group. If you're not a member yet, it'll take you to a spot where you can request an invite. This is the best way to put it. All right, Linda, awesome. Barbara Jennings, Listings to Leads mastermind group. But again, when you log into Listings to Leads, click on the marketing calendar on the top left, and there's 3 tabs. You'll land here. And to the right of presentations, you'll see our YouTube. That's where this recording will be at. Our Instagram post, take a look at that. Those are awesome. And then the Facebook mastermind. So click the green join group. And again, if you're not a client or a member yet, it'll ask you to join the group. You'll just request an invite. We'll approve you. And then you're going to see this post right here. And as I was mentioning, it's a screenshot of some ads. And I'll actually talk through these in today's call. But what I want from today for all of you is I want you to have a good understanding of what it takes to run not just a Facebook ad. We'll talk about the Facebook ad, how to make sure that's in and of itself is going well. But I want you to have a understanding and an appreciation and to get a commitment to doing this the proper way for a couple of months, because I want you to be able to build a pipeline that will get you past these leads suck. Or in fact, I'll tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I was doing a live training in South Florida, did a couple of them. And in one live training in the front row, like just perfect front row, far left, one agent says, "Oh yeah, I ran a Facebook ad and those leads suck. They're no good." The guy to the right chimed in. He goes, "I just ran a Facebook ad. I got 5 leads. I've already talked to 3 of them." And I looked at both of them and I said, "Listen, both of you have valid points. All right. You run an ad, anything can happen. The problem is the one is going to get too excited and he's going to forget to run the ad the next time. It's just a psychological thing with some people. Oh my God, I got 3 leads and I'm talking to them and they're going to turn into deals and this is phenomenal." And the girl on the other side saying, "These leads are no good. I couldn't get a hold of anybody." Those are anecdotal. We're trying to build a business. All right. I'm not trying to do a one-off thing here. I'm trying to run a business where I've got a pipeline of leads coming in. All right. I'm going to do all my TikToks. I'm going to do all my Instagrams. I'm going to do my YouTube stuff. But I need a daily influx of new opportunities of people to talk to. And if you start, there's a lot of ways to do this wrong. There's so many ways to do this wrong, but there's also a way to do it, which is what I want to share with you. So as we go through this, I want you to get over I ran an ad this, I ran an ad that. I don't care how good it was or how bad it was. If you just do this and repeat it for a couple of months every single week, you're going to start noticing pretty quickly, hey, I'm getting more people. I'm talking to more people. I'm getting more people in. I'm getting more comfortable with this. This is starting to make sense, but you got to stick with it. Everybody good with me on that one? Everybody, do you get my point here? So I don't want this to be just oh, how do I run a Facebook ad? I want to really get the ins and outs of a 2 to 3 month successful like ad set of campaigns that you're going to run on a weekly basis. And then at the end of 2 months, you're going to probably have 300 to 400 leads. You're going to be having buyers to talk to. Some of those buyers are going to be sellers. If you're combining this with open houses and some of the other things that we do, you're going to be in a beautiful place in a couple of months. The problem is you got to stay consistent. You can't take weeks off. Down the road, once your pipeline is built, once you're closing business, all right, then you can play around with things a little bit. But I really want you to keep consistent with this. And so with that, at this post, there's a link. It says, click the link here, the one below. So I'll click that link. This is going to take me to a page. I've referenced this before. In fact, I've talked with both of these guys in the last week. The first video is an interview that I did with a guy named Craig Johnson. And he actually is so funny. He just told me a story with a lead that he just closed recently. And the lead came from one of his ads. And it was funny. It was for an open house. The lead didn't recognize him via the email. He went to the open house, met him. This is the lender. And then the next email he got from the follow-up, then he put the two and two together. In fact, he just interviewed him. It was a great transaction. Craig did a great job with that. And then if you scroll down, all right, running ads for Gordon right now. He's got a phenomenal ad. He's got an ad running. I think we spent $75, like a $2.30 a lead or something. We had another ad that was running. It was coming in at like $7 a lead. So we turned it off after like 20 or 30 bucks. And the ad that was doing really well, we keep adding more money to it. And we've got another ad running now. We'll see, that just started this morning. So I'm going to walk you through all of this so that if and when you have a bad performing ad, what do you do? How do you get rid of that? How do you fix it? If you got a great performing ad, how do we keep writing that? How do we add more money instead of letting the ad fall off? All right. John Summers, yeah, you know what? A lot of leads, yeah, process needs help. Yeah, we'll talk through that today as well. Both of these calls, not only do they talk through how they do the ads, they also talk through follow-up. And follow-up, I'm just telling you, if you're not setting an hour a day to call people back and to make sure that you keep calling people that came through, you're not going to have a good experience. All right. Running ads is the easy part. The follow-up, I don't want to say it's the hard part because we got AI text follow-up. We've got email follow-up. Both are phenomenal. Both work really well. But you got to keep in mind, these people are on their own timeline. As much as we want to get them out looking at homes, listing their homes fast as possible, most of these people are going to be on their own timeline, which is why we need to keep at it for a couple of months. As long as we're generating leads, as long as we're doing the follow-up, the engagement and the conversion will happen. So I would later watch both of these videos. They're two different people. While their basics are the same, very similar, everyone's personality is different. And so it's nice to be able to watch two different people talk about how they do something. And we'll cover a lot of that stuff today. As I'm talking today, I'll be touching on a lot of the things that they've said, but it is still good to go back and listen to them later. And then, excuse me, there's a third video, and there is something called the 10 Commandments. And if I click on this video, it'll actually take me to a Facebook post that I click to go. And this is a short 5 or 6 minute video, 6 minute video. And this is the mechanics of running a Facebook ad. Some of the things to make sure you look at: how to extend an ad, how to turn an ad off. This is just like the down and dirty. I'm running an ad and I don't want to mess it up. The Listings to Leads platform is so easy to run an ad. And so once you understand, you don't have to worry about the ads manager. All the money, all the budget goes right to that ad. You can literally get an ad done in about 20 seconds. Although it's funny, I was playing with Grok, and I'll show you the ad a little bit later, maybe. So I had an ad that wasn't performing that. And so I gave Grok the image, and I'll bring it over to my screen a little bit later. In fact, we'll log in. We'll look at the ad itself. But I loaded the image into Grok because Grok will now do little video clips from an image. So I loaded the image of the front of the house and I said, zoom into the home, zoom in as if you're walking towards the front door, because the ad itself, the front of the house, whatever, wasn't doing very well. And now she's generating leads at like $3 a lead, which I thought was cool. Yeah. And I love ChatGPT. I love Grok. Every one of these things has something that's a little bit, I don't want to say unique or different, but they just do have strengths for different things. Scott, I don't have the text. The number to find more information on my account. How can I add that? John, hold that thought. So now that you know where this post is, all right, let's log into Listings to Leads together. When you log in, you're going to land on the dashboard. And the first thing we'll look at are listings. Running ads for listings, in particular open houses, are my favorite because I'm going to be at the open house. The open house has some very powerful ways to generate both seller leads and buyer leads. So when we do ads for open houses, we do the open houses. The ability to jumpstart our business is absolutely phenomenal. So if you're looking to generate business quicker and your pipeline is a little bit thin, I would start holding open houses every single day. I just did the class on that yesterday. It's actually a really good call, I thought. A lot of great feedback from everybody. It's on our YouTube channel. And again, you can find that under the go to marketing calendar, right where we're at before resources. And the first item there was our YouTube channel. So go check that out if you need to. But when I'm on the listing dashboard, as long as my listing is in the account at any status, if I just click the green market listing button, so for my open house, I got a step-by-step guide. I got the checklist. All we're worried about today is the ads. Most of you are going to mess up by doing too many things. You're going to overcomplicate it. You're going to mess it up. So just, if you listen, especially if you're newer to this, you're trying to get better at this, just follow my recommendations as closely as possible. Don't overthink it. Don't do anything else. If you feel like you want to try something else, go to the mastermind group and ask first, and let me chime in before you start doing things, because I want you to get the best leads at the best price possible so that you got people to follow up with. All right. So location will be the location of the listing. I would leave it alone. Radius will be 15 miles. I would leave it alone. It'll be a lifetime budget, default to $35. You want to get, and this is one of the 10 commandments of Facebook ads. You want to get to where you're running about $125 to $150 a week for ads that are going after buyers. And the reason for that is it's going to bring in enough leads, and a percentage, 20 to 30% of those people are going to have a home that they're going to be selling to buy the next one. Others will have a home to sell, but they might be moving out of state. So obviously these buyers aren't coming to you. Others could be buyers from out of area that will list with another real estate agent, not you, because it's out of area. But we want to be spending about $125 to $150 a week on listings that are ours or borrowed. All right. If we don't have a listing this week to market, sometimes we have a listing, it hasn't sold in 2 months. At some point, you cannot keep running ads for it because everyone has already seen it. That's going to want to click and become a lead from it. And you can keep running the same listing multiple times, see how it works for you, maybe change the image, change the template, do the video thing like I mentioned a little bit earlier, and I'll do a video on that later today, and I'll put it in the mastermind group, how to do that with Grok, like I was talking about. But basically, take that budget, like I just said. So I'll do $125. It's for an open house. That's this coming weekend. So the only thing I would do differently because it's an open house is change that end date to after my open house is over with. Normally, just let it run for the week, 7 days. To target renters, I'm not sure if you can, but get to the mastermind group on that one first. But yeah, people that are renting will see it. Yeah, I mean, your entire market is going to see it because we've got, for example, if I go to advanced options, which I don't want you to really spend a lot of time in here, you can see all the interest that we have, the interest. And I believe mortgage loan, mortgage calculator, first time buyer. Okay. First time buyer grant, pre-qualification, realtor.com. I can't remember. Let's see if you can even add it. Yeah. See, it doesn't even renting as an interest. Although I'm not sure if I'd want renting as an interest necessarily, but between a mortgage calculator, first time buyer, renters will see this. But what I don't want people doing is getting in there, because if you mess up the interest and you start adding in too many things, you're going to restrict your ad too much. And so again, for most of you, don't even go to advanced options. We've got everything set for you. I want you to take that energy and I want you to focus on the follow-up, to be honest with you, and making sure that you're doing either one ad for 125 a week or maybe two ads at like $65 a week, something like that. You don't want to go below 50 a week because then you start getting too low of a budget. Like, yeah, I mean, you can do 35 for a week. Usually it's fine, but it's just not enough gas in the car. All right. It's not enough energy in the body to get you where you want to go to. And so that's where 125 to 150 a week. Now you got enough leads coming in if you're watching your cost per lead, which we'll talk about. All right. And then hit create ad. It's literally that easy. So first of all, it will be the listing. Now, if you don't have a listing this week that's new, or maybe you only got one listing and you want to do a second listing, find a listing from somebody in your office. I know people that market listings from other agents and other companies. All right. You can always find a listing to market. That's not the hard part. The hard part is actually just doing it. My wife, who's a mortgage broker, calls up agents all the time, asks if she can market their listing on social media into her database. I don't think one has ever said no. I'm sure one has said no, but every week she has other agents giving her permission. They want those listings sold. You want to generate leads. This is how you do both together. All right. So any questions on this part so far? Did you say the end date needs to be the day? Yeah, if it's an open house, because after the open house, I don't need to advertise or market the open house after the open house is over with. Like I said, normally just listed, coming soon, active, I would just let it run for a week. Pending and sold, run it for a week. How can we find the email tab to email all leads? Yeah. So great question, Shalini. Hold that thought. We will definitely get to that when we talk about follow-up. So let's do this. I'll tell you, let's talk about it right now. There's two types of follow-up that we offer: AI text follow-up and email follow-up. So check this out. AI text follow-up. I'm going to click subscribe. Half off for the first 2 months. Now, we'll also talk about getting leads to your CRM. If you've got Lofty, if you've got Go High Level or another one of these tools, you obviously want your lead to get to there. You may have AI text follow up with one of those platforms. And, what'd I do? I'm sorry. Subscribe, 50 leads, next. And you know what? Yeah, maybe because I was already part of it. I'm on a test account. But regardless, once you go through that little wizard, sign up for the AI text, And it's literally, you're just going to select the name of the AI text bot, names like Alex, Ashley, maybe Tony, those kind of unisex names. And you'll confirm the greeting message, and you'll select you want buyer leads, seller leads, or both. It's literally, it'll take you 30 seconds. It's so easy. Highly recommend you do that. If nothing else, what I like about the AI text, A, it will engage the lead right away. So in fact, you'll get a text, you'll get an email, and it will say, lead Kristen Velicki has been engaged with the AI text follow-up, which is cool because now you know it's a good phone number. So now I know it's a good phone number. It let me know that it engaged. And anytime the lead responds, you'll get another email. And right from the email on your phone, you can tap into look at the conversation, and then you can turn it off. If the lead gets qualified, it'll turn off automatically, and then it will let you know, hey, this lead wants more information about the property. They will offer things like a guide, a list of price reduced homes for sale. So we're going to make different offers to these leads as time goes on to make sure that we engage them at the highest level possible. The AI text will go on for over, I think, 6 months, at which point the email follow-up will still go on. So we got email follow-up, which I'll show you next. But the AI text follow-up, if you don't have another system in place, I would highly recommend this. So John, was that what you were asking me about a little bit earlier? Was the AI text? Yeah. So John, yeah, let me know on that one. And Tina, I did an ad for an open house, didn't generate any lead. I did an ad yesterday. Yeah, I would just literally, let's do it again. So Tina, check and now, and if you did the ad yesterday, did the ad go live? So was the ad made live? And if it was made live, you can go to the ads page, and you go to the listing page too. But if you go to the ads page, you'll be able to see how much did it spend and any leads that were generated. So go to the ads page if you want to do it right now, and let me know how much of the budget was spent, and then if it shows any leads that were generated. All right. So first of all, I mentioned the AI text follow-up. For the buyer leads, you want to be, for open house, it could be like $5 would be average price for an open house lead. For coming soon, just listed, or active, it's actually about $3 to $4. I have no idea why. It's similar to how seller leads are anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks each. It's just a little bit of a different audience. The people that are more likely to go to an open house are typically further along in the process. So I think what happens is Facebook for active, just listed, because those are just almost like, if you think about a view only, right? I'm just going to look at the house. An open house is around an activity or an event. And so there's a potential of them actually doing something, i.e. going to the open house. So even though those leads are like $1, maybe $1.50 more per lead on average, you still want to do those because, again, it's that combination of generating leads and then getting leads to where I can meet them face to face. All right. Yeah. So Tina, if it's live and didn't spend any money, you'll actually get a notification saying, hey, your ad's been live for 24 hours. It hasn't spent any money. You could ask support, or what I would do is I would turn it off and just redo it again. And to your point earlier, make sure you don't mess anything up. And I'm going to walk through doing an ad again here in a second. But we did the ad. We talked about AI text follow-up, and let's talk about email follow-up. So right here under follow-ups, you're going to see when you get here for the first time, you'll see buyer lead follow-up, seller lead follow-up, and also buyer lead follow-up Spanish, seller lead follow-up in Spanish. Just all you had to do, check this out. Turn campaign on or off. I'll turn it on. Then you'll get a little pop-up, and it will say, what email do you want to use? I'll say my email. Send to. It'll have seller leads there automatically. Now, whether you're brand new to listings to leads or you've been with us for a while and you've never done this before, you'll see this. Send this campaign to existing leads in this list. I would leave it as yes, and then make campaign recurring and then save it. So if you do that, now all the leads, whether I do the buyer lead follow-up, the seller lead follow-up, they will get the lead. They'll go to the campaigns automatically. No, Hillary, it is. I don't know why they do this. So perfect opportunity. Let's talk about CRM integration. Go to your profile, bottom left. So almost bottom left, profile, CRM integration. And so Hillary, yes. All right. So the short answer is yes, you got to use Zapier. And it's called Lead Connector. So Go High Level is Lead Connector. In fact, we almost should put Go High Level here just so it's in the list so people see it. But yes, Hillary, right here, Lead Connector is Go High Level. All right. Sorry for the confusion earlier. You do have to use Zapier, but we do have the Zap ready to go. Can I advertise my for sale by own? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, John, for sure. As far as, I'm sorry, John was asking, can he advertise? You can advertise anything you want. For FSBO, and this is not a FSBO training. All right, real quickly for everybody, let's just say, I don't know, Boomtown, or we got Bold Trail. So when you click on any one of these, you're going to see it's going to ask you for, it could be an email address, it could be a token ID, it could be whatever. Just grab what you need from your CRM, drop it in there, click save, and then all your leads will go to your CRM. And now you can do all the follow-up from there if you want as well. If you want to leave it, here's the benefit of listings to leads. A, the email follow-up is going to hit their inbox, unlike some of these other CRMs mentioned here. So Hillary, Barbara, right, when your email going out of your programs, they may or may not hit the inbox all the time. I got coaches moving their people into listings to leads solely, not solely, but in part because of our emails get to the inboxes almost 100% of the time. So very powerful. So to be able to leverage our follow-up, getting into the inbox and being very engaging, and then our AI text. And you can still send your leads to your CRM, but use either or both our AI text and or the email. Buffini, yeah, so funny. Somebody from Buffini just signed up. Oh, this is a little bit ago. And the only reason I remember is because somebody, one of the Buffini coaches, like, yeah, you got to use listings to leads, signed up. And I think he's using under other CRMs, maybe, I think. But so if your CRM is not listed here, ask them. All right, John, if you are using Buffini, you'd ask Buffini, if you don't know already, where do I get my lead forwarding email address? And you'll see right here, ask them for a lead forwarding email address. And it's going to be a funky email. It's going to be a funky email. You won't think it really will work. And you would never use it for any other application except for putting it right here and then hitting save. And that will do the same thing as these down here. All right. You cannot bring leads into listings to leads. That is why our deliverability rate is so high. Now, I will share with you how you can get people in here, but by using some of our database tools, which I'll point out a little bit later. All right, real quickly regarding FSBO. So check this out. I got a FSBO. We have the whole FSBO module. We got the expired module. So powerful. But I've got this. I use the FSBO landing page. The FSBO homeowner entered their property into my account via the landing page automatically. As the agent, I approved it. And you could do, I think this is something that's going to be a little bit more personal for everybody. But like, for example, the FSBO single property website shows the FSBO's name and information, right? Kevin Franklin, that's a FSBO homeowner. That's his email and his phone number. So I'm not on the FSBO website anywhere as the agent. It's all for the FSBO. Now, if I wanted to, and if I thought, hey, he's a reasonable dude, some FSBO people are just nuts, right? We've all dealt with them. But if you got a FSBO, you got a good relationship, they respect you, they appreciate you giving them all the tools for them to market their home with. And if you wanted to say, hey, you know what? I don't mind throwing $20 for an ad just to help you get some leads. Run an ad for in that situation. And this is outlier. I might say, hey, 20 bucks and run it for 4 days. So this is different. $5 a day is minimum. So you might say, hey, I'll run an ad for you this weekend. Hey, Scott, I'm having an open house this weekend. Oh, great. Why not? I'm going to do you a favor, dude. I'm going to run a $20 ad from Friday to Sunday for you to do your open house. And hopefully you'll get some people there. For anyone that comes there, maybe I'll give them some open house sign in forms and tell them, hey, have everybody sign in and then send me all the leads that don't or are not interested in your home. And I will follow up with them. And then if any of them are interested in your home, I'll make sure to get back to you on that. But my follow up is impeccable. I've got AI text follow up. I got proven email follow up campaigns. I call people back every night to follow up with people. So any of the leads that you get from your FSBO open house, let me know and I'll make sure to follow up. And again, if they want to see your property, get more information, I'll make sure to direct them your way. So that was a little bit of an aside. Sorry if I wanted to. Hillary, very interested in FSBO ads with the video intro. Oh yeah, Hillary, for sure. Now, Hillary, are you talking about marketing to FSBOs? Because we got a whole, in fact, this is Facebook ads. So we could do, before I do that, let me do one more thing. Let's do a pending ad. So are we all clear on running ads for listings, yours or borrowed, every single week, every week? If you don't have a listing, all right, John, I don't know if you've got a listing, or Hillary, I think you do. I feel like you've got quite a few listings, but this for anybody that does not have a new listing in the last few weeks. Find a listing to market. I want it in the highest part of the market as far as turnover, right? I don't want this to be a $4 million listing that you're marketing. I don't want it to be a double wide trailer unless that's your market. I want it to be in the highest part of the market. We'll talk to my wife. We had this conversation the other day, and she's got some areas that she loves. All right. Loomis, Lincoln, there's some areas around us, beautiful little areas. And she loves running ads for listings in there. She ran an ad for a listing out of Sacramento, right? Sacramento, larger city, not too far from us. She was thrilled and dumbfounded because she's generating so many leads. And I looked at her and I said, listen, that's because Sacramento has 5 million people versus Loomis, which has a population of like 5,000. If you're wanting to generate leads, now if it's your listing, you want to give your listing the proper marketing it deserves. So you're going to run some ads for it. But I'm also going to have another ad running for, man, that part of my market that I service that has the most transactions. Look at your location, look at your price point. Then you want to make sure it's got good photos. I don't want an empty home. They don't advertise. Most homes that are not staged or they don't have to be staged, but they got to present. All right. When, anyone does paid marketing, any other industry, they don't use shit photos. All right. They don't use photos of empty, sterile inventory. All right. All other industries, when they do marketing and they do advertising, it looks amazing. So when you're going to select the home that you want to market this week and put money behind, make sure it's going to show, make sure it's in a high turnover, high population market. All right. Barbara, I will show you something here in a second. What about a land listing? I wouldn't. I would maybe get an investor, but I wouldn't. Do you really want land leads? If you want land leads, and I got a client that's all he does is land through listings to leads. He's an investor and he does really well with it, but that's his niche is land. If I'm a residential real estate agent and I sell homes, I'm not going to spend a lot of time marketing land. So Hillary, all right, I'm sorry. Let's do pending. And then let's do FSBO, and then let's do new construction. So I got a listing that's pending. Now you could be the selling agent. Your buyer is in contract on a listing that went pending. Man, I'm telling you, the training that we do in that one is phenomenal because I walk you through how to take where you're the buyer's agent, market it as pending and or sold, and generate listings from it. Obviously, as a listing agent, you can do that. If you need help getting a pending listing into your account, get with our support team if it's not there already. Hopefully all of you clean up your account. If you got old listings from a year ago, from 2023 that haven't sold, delete them. Keep your account clean. Make sure you always change the status. So if you got a listing that's showing as active that should be pending, do it. Change that status because it will flip all the tools from active to pending. Takes just a few seconds. And the same with active to sold, pending to sold. Make sure your statuses are always up to date. And so once my status is good, I click the green market listing button. And today we're not doing all these other tools. I'm just doing a Facebook and Instagram ad. This could be the same thing as when I do an ad for a listing that is for sale, mine or borrowed, except now we're going after seller leads. So notice it says another home in Rockland, California is now pending and expected to close soon. When this home is sold, it will affect your home's value. So now we're generating seller leads. We're going to do the same thing. It'll autofill location, lifetime of 50. Now I'm going to change this to 100 because these leads are going to come in anywhere from $8 to $15 a lead. Whereas a buyer leads are coming in, you want them to be between $3 and $5 as much as possible. And so $100, 1 week. I got the template. If you, in that link I gave you in the mastermind group, where I walk through the 10 commandments of Facebook ads, I show you how to make sure you got the best 4 images in this template. Notice this template right here, main image on top, image number 1. Then it's got 3 images along the bottom. This is completely editable. For those of you that want to do video, all right, so someone mentioned about doing video. I'll get into the FSBO, I'll get into expired, I'll get into new construction, but check this out. For all of those, change image video. So I think it was Hillary. You can totally do a video. And then you can just click upload. And let me find a interesting video, maybe. Not that interesting, but it's a video of a couple of people. And you can even do video view ad. You can retarget. There's a lot of things that you can do. This is for all of you that like to overcomplicate things. All right. A lot of you like to overcomplicate things. Get going with the basics first and get good at that. Get a kind of a nice basis for how things are looking and get your follow-up in order. Then you can start going after some of these niche ideas. But what you want is, I want every single day, I'm going to do my follow-up. And you listen to Gordon, you listen to Craig. All right. He has talked about this before. Every day I do my follow-up at the same time. That time is time blocked. And if I'm not generating leads in every day, I don't have anybody to call, or it's going to start getting really thin really quick. So make sure we're running ads, as I discussed earlier, for listings that are for sale, about 100 to 150 bucks a week on that. And then anything you got left over per se, go into some of these other ideas. But yeah, with video, can I add my own reels? John, yeah, totally. And I'll show you exactly that in a few minutes. All right. All right. Let's talk about expireds, FSBOs, and new construction. All right. If I go to landing pages, create landing page, there's a drop down, add new. And we've got, what is your home worth, right? Property valuation plus, iBuyer, cash offer, FSBO, expired. So I'm going to do both of these. Tina, somebody give me a location. Yeah, I'll show you one of Yee's down payment assistance, which would be very similar to new construction and how it's using a vertical video. So somebody give me a farm area. I just like to use a farm area from somebody here because it's how this works is so powerful. Fredericksburg, Frederickburg. You don't need to do the state. Everybody that sees this ad will be in the area. So if I click view, selling your Fredericksburg home on your own, you get the free professional versions of the tools that I use to sell homes, select your marketing tools. Everything on here is customizable. Background image, text, the image on the landing page, the options right here, the button color, everything is editable. You can see all of that right here. I'm not going to go through all of this. It's very straightforward. You got your lead form. All right. You got the autoresponder. Everything is ready to go. You don't need to touch it. Notice the domain. Oh, let me click view again. Notice the domain, Fredericks BU. I could edit that, but it's pretty much fredericksburg.fsbosoldnow.com. If I'm in the domains tab, BURRG, Fredericksburg, I'll save it. And now that should be, if I click on view now, yeah, there we go. Is that pretty cool, right? Now I've got a landing page with that domain. And now when I click on marketing tools, and again, the image is editable, the background is editable, the options are editable, this is editable, everything here is editable. But if I wanted to, now I would not run an ad to FSBOs on this. I might do a Google ad, but even then, probably not. How I would use this, and Hillary or whoever said, I love your thoughts on it, but I've got My Plus leads. All right. Every day, My Plus leads, I get a list of all the FSBOs, all the expireds and canceled from via email from My Plus leads. I can also log into it, but right from the email, I can look at all the new FSBOs, and then I can just click the email address. And what I've done is, if I click on edit, check this out. I just click and copy the whole email. And let's see if, oh, shoot, hold on one second. I'm going to bring this over. So I'm just showing you Gmail. You can do this in whatever program you want. I just copied that right in there in Gmail. And then I'm going to, in Gmail and whatever CRM you've got, you probably got the ability to do this. Template and save draft as template, save as new template. But now notice I've already got FSBO Folsom, FSBO get free marketing tools. I got the expireds. I did the same with expireds. And that way, as I get the email from My Plus Leads or RedX or whatever it is, I got the email set up already to be able to send to them like that. Does that make sense? Tina, does that make, or whoever it was, Tina, Barbara, Hillary, you get the concept on that, how that works? Barbara, yeah, does that make sense? So once I've created that landing page, I've got the e-flyers, and I might just do all three. That way, I got different looks. I've got a script to call them. I've got print flyers that I might door knock and say, hey, my name is Barbara Jennings. I'm with XYZ real estate agent in the area. And I wanted to offer you a free set of marketing tools to help you get your FSBO home sold fast. These are the same marketing tools I use to sell homes. It's just a service I provide people as a valued community member, make them feel special, no cost, absolutely free. Don't try to sell them. They don't want to hear that they're idiots for not using an agent, how they can make more money and blah, blah, blah. By you doing this, you're going to blow their minds. And I've seen people will convert. You could convert FSBOs and expireds doing this every single month. I got the postcard. This will update if I change the image. Here, notice this. If I download the front, you can take a look at the back later. Look at that. For sale by owner. Just because you're selling your Fredericksburg home yourself doesn't mean your marketing has to suffer. Go to fredericksburg.fsbosoldnow.com. Check this out. I'm going to put in, I want these things. I want these tools. People put in their name. And the expired landing page works very similar. So as I'm going through this, just understand the expired landing page works almost the same. Get my free tools. I can actually upload images. I can click upload image as the homeowner. All right. And let me see here if I've got just something that we can do without wasting a lot of time. So I want to log into Yee's account as well. God dang it. Where is? Sorry, everybody. I thought I had that folder. Oh my gosh. How am I missing it? Videos, new, active. Ah, I think it's under here. That took way too long. Pictures. All right, I got to put this on my desktop. Jeez Louise. I can upload. So I'm the homeowner. I got your print flyer. I got your postcard. I got the door hanger. I saw, again, I'm not going to do a lot of promotion of this on social media, free or paid, because I don't want people thinking I'm promoting FSBO, but via email. So I send out the email, right? One-to-one Tomlinson. So I'm the FSBO homeowner, and I'm adding all of this stuff. Send property info. What I missed? Oh, zip code 95746. And I'm going to change Tomlinson Drive to Tomlinson Way with a bunch of Y's. And you'll see why in a second. Send property info. So is everybody more? Now, if you go to listingtoleads.com/FSBO, same with listingtoleads.com/expired, there's more information on this there as well. But check this out. This is so phenomenal. That right there, 121 Tomlinson Way, Folsom, California. I click the green market listing button, and I can approve it. I can approve this request from that homeowner. I can edit the email, and all the tools they requested are right here. Everything in the draft will be taken off once I approve it and send it. Is that powerful? That is so powerful. To be able to create marketing tools to offer FSBOs a set of marketing tools to market their home for absolutely free. And you could do it. Let's just say, hey, the FSBO emails you. Yeah, I'd like to take advantage of that. Or you're at the door. Yeah, I'd like to take advantage of that. You don't have to go in and go through the landing page. You could have just gone and noticed the listing presentation. I got the flip book, but I can also add, maybe I want to approach a FSBO and I want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to come in. I'm going to go add listing manual. Check this out. This is another way to do it. Under status, I got for sale by owner draft. And we cover that more in our training on it. I've also got expired. I've also got canceled. And these are awesome to do to add that listing in. All right. Don't steal the previous listing agent's photos. Now we're getting a little bit off Facebook ads, obviously. So I'll wrap this up, try to keep it short. But check this out. Canceled, listing presentation, that's different. Expired, for sale by owner draft. All of these, if I click the property address, I've got the entire 100-point home marketing plan, flip book, PDF, and landing page. So once that FSBO is getting tired of trying to sell their home on their own, I've got this presentation ready. So I showed you expired. Here's for sale by owner. Again, just click the property address. It'll take you to that page right here. I got the PDF. I got the flip book, right? The complete marketing plan for sale by owner. prepared for Kevin Franklin at 123 Sierra Drive, Folsom, California. And it's his home on every single page in here. So when this homeowner scans the QR code right here, either one of them, they're going to be looking at their home right on their phone. You are going to get more listings this way. And this is something I was telling somebody last week. If I'm not having 5 conversations a day with leads, quote unquote, or contacts related to real estate, I would start going after expireds and FSBOs all day long. All day long. John, so each day I receive my FSBO expired from my plus leads. And yeah, so in the email, like, I don't know what email program you're using, but like if I open up my email, maybe you do it within the application. So let's just say Bold Trail. And I don't know this for sure. If somebody can help me out here, that'd be awesome. So you're using your CRM and you open up your email inside the CRM. Like Follow Up Boss, I think would work this way. I open up the email and then it's the one from My Plus Leads. In this email from My Plus Leads, 123 Main Street, FSBO. 1234 Oak Street, canceled. 345 Elm Drive, canceled. And there'll be a phone number, there'll be a name, phone number, email, other information related to that, each one of those properties. And the email will be a hyperlink. I can just click on it right from inside of Follow Up Boss. It'll open up my Follow Up Boss email application. And then there I've got my templates all saved. Because a lot of people I know, they don't want to go after every single expired or FSBO in their area. So if I've got my emails set up, get the emails created in Listings to Leads, expired, FSBO, they all work the same way. New construction, down payment assistance, they all work the same way. And as these leads are coming in from RedX or My Plus Leads, now I've got a way to easily identify those I want to work with and then send them the e-flyer. Make a note to send a postcard. Drop by, door knock with a print flyer. Does that make sense? How do you do the flip book? You do the flip book by adding the listing. So Hillary, now let's say on a daily basis, I go through the My Plus Leads or RedX email. I've identified all of the cancels, expireds, and FSBOs that I want to send the e-flyer to. Right, you got a FSBO flyer, got the canceled flyer. So I'm going to do all of that on a one-off basis. And then there might be a couple in there that are listings that you want. Like they're in your farm, they're in a price point, it's a great property, and you want to go a little bit above and beyond, right? We always talk about we do things that other agents won't do. What clients have done is they'll add listing manual. And I showed this a little bit earlier, but the status drop down, all right, we got expired. And notice when I select this, expired name, expired email, expired phone, headline, address, canceled, same idea. We got for sale by owner, same idea. For sale by owner draft. So for any of those statuses, let alone our standard listing presentation, which is the top of the list. So anytime I got a listing presentation, but for these listings that are coming through that are canceled, expired, FSBO, that I really want to nail, all I got to do is add in the seller's name and email, phone number, which I get, those programs all have. They're not required, but it's cool because the name and the address will appear on the cover sheet. Add, all you got to do is add the street address, city, state, and zip code. Don't even have to add a property description, but add one photo. So go by, take a photo, use Google Street View if you can get a good photo from there. Do not steal the listing agent's photos from before. And then once I've added that listing, expired, canceled, FSBO, it'll just show up right on my list. It'll show up on my list. So here's expired, here's canceled, here's FSBO, and I can access that. I can access the flip book or the PDF by clicking the property address, and it's right on the top. How would I send it? I would send it via text or email, right? And that's why we got the flip book version. Yeah. And for the PDF, I gotta find, I've got a PDF printed, but you can get a thermal binder or a spiral binding machine and you can print this up right at home and bind it. And then if you want it now in a listing presentation, what people do is they'll print the PDF version, but they'll present on the flip book. And so we cover that in our listing presentation training, our expired training. This isn't really that, but you can just see this is the PDF I will print and bind it. And then I've got the flipbook version that I'll present at, or I can send it ahead of time. And there's even a landing page. So for example, Hillary, check this out. I'll drop this. How would I text it? I don't really get that. I would get their phone number, whether you do it from Follow Up Boss or your phone, put in their phone number, drop in the link and say, I see your home. It is. All right. You see this when I go to landing pages and filter by type. So again, I got expired FSBO. I'm sorry. I want to go to marketing tools. So I would start here on the day-to-day stuff. All right. This is where I would live day to day. Add this to Follow Up Boss, add this to Bold Trail as a template. So as you're getting those daily emails from the expireds and the canceleds and the FSBOs, just click, select template, click, select template. You could literally do your entire area in probably 10 minutes and have all of these emails delivered to them. Then I might call them up, right? I got a script right here. All right. Maybe the homeowner's name is Frank. Hey, Frank, this is Scott. And I see your home just expired, went canceled. You're selling your home as FSBO. For the expired, I sent you a postcard or an e-flyer offering a free review of why your home did not get sold. All right, we got a whole script right there. And again, we got print flyer. We got door hangers, which I think are awesome. I don't like postcards are great if you're doing a postcard campaign, but where you want a door knock, a door hanger or print flyer would be awesome. All right. So I wanted to give me a second here. I'm going to log out because I want to show a few more ad types and a few more examples. So hold on a second here. I'm going to log in with another account. Log in. So this will address the whole video thing. So if I go to ads, oh, wow. So yeah, let's talk through a few things. All right. So this ad right here I used Grok and I uploaded the main photo and I said, like, walk to the front door, right? Like pan and zoom, like you're walking to the front door. And let me see if I can open that. So this is down payment assistant. And that's just an image I uploaded to Grok and I said, walk to the front door slowly. It's like slowly and smoothly. And $6 a lead. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, this is for, no, I'm sorry. 302 a lead. This is for a listing. So this is straight up for a listing that is for sale in Sacramento. So again, I'm sorry. I mixed up a couple of different things right there. This is for a standard listing, like what I've been talking about at the beginning of this call. So it's a listing that she borrowed from an agent in Sacramento. The front of the home was a little bit suspect. And so I grabbed the image of the home from an angle, uploaded it to Grok, like I mentioned, and prompted the video creation, walk slowly and smoothly towards the front door. And $3.10 a lead, not bad. Now, this is the same house, and I got a great video I'm going to walk you through in a second, but this is the same property using our template, and this is actually coming in better at 248. 302 is phenomenal. 248 is ridiculous. These are both successes, and I like to have both running because it's just a different look, and I like to try out different things. So many people, they mess up the video that they do because they overcomplicate it. If I were to use a property video here, I probably wouldn't generate any leads because people would just watch the entire property video. So if you're going to use video, now check this out. This is another video for down payment assistance. All right. $6.31, which is phenomenal for down payment assistance leads. They can come anywhere from $5 to $10 easy. No problem. Between $5 and $10. If you're generating down payment assistance leads for 631, you're doing really good. And check this out. Here, I'll play the video. See, tell me if you can hear this or not. If not, you'll be able to see that she's talking at least. Can you see that video, Hillary? Hillary says, "Will you run the down payment assistance video?" Yeah, you may not be able to hear her just because of the way StreamYard does all the audio. She's just, and you can here, let me see if I can make it bigger. Here. You can see what she's saying. Can you guys read this text right here? Can you see the video playing? So Hillary, can you watch the okay? And then look at the very top is the I know it's like really close to the top, so it might be a little bit hard to read. I'll make it even bigger. So she recorded that using TikTok, and she did two endings. One ending she did with so it's one video. So she records the video, she does the normal ending, click learn more below. Then she did another ending with DM or comment below. And in TikTok, I published one version for TikTok. I edited it, then I edited the video and downloaded it from TikTok to use here in the ad. So you could use your phone directly. All right. So I can use my phone directly. I like the reason I like TikTok is the editor is so easy to use. So if I want to cut out the ums and ahs, TikTok has a really nice feature where when I'm recording, I can press and pause, and then I can gather what I'm going to say, get good with it, hit the button, record the next sentence. And I can literally do that on one recording in TikTok, which is phenomenal. I don't know about any of you, but when I'm recording a video, like when she records her videos in particular, you're going to do Instagram, upload it to YouTube, upload it to Facebook. You may do an email and I link people from my email to my YouTube video, which is the same as what's on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. But I find starting with TikTok because of their editor so easy and powerful. That's even if TikTok is not your thing, using TikTok to start is the easiest way to do it. Anybody else here want to second that opinion or provide feedback on what I just said there? But yeah, that's a great use of home buying webinar. But yeah, just sit in your car, get good lighting, open it up, record, and $6.31. So any questions on anything we covered? All right, any questions on anything we covered? Want me to address anything, review anything? Are we all good to go? Hillary, Barbara, I feel like am I missing questions here or are we good? John, are you good? All right. Listen, if you guys are good to go support with any questions, get to the mastermind group if you need to. We reviewed ads. Oh, one more thing on ads. So notice this ad right here says $125 budget. All right. And it's coming in at 248. Oh, in fact, let's see this one right now. So this ad right here is a total budget of $50. It spent 45 and I'm at $3 a lead. That's actually really good. I want to add more budget and time to this so that I can generate more leads at a great price. So what will I do? I will click the edit icon. And if it's a bad performing ad, just hit the off switch and rerun it. So here's the ad. All right, here's that video. And again, that's just an image. I uploaded it to Grok, create video, smooth, slow walk towards the front door. But I'm going to go to budget. and I'm going to turn 50 to 100, and I'm going to extend the ending date from the 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 9th. Because typically, if I've already run an ad for that much money, my cost per lead typically won't go up or down by too much. So I would expect my cost per lead will stay between 250 and 350, which is absolutely acceptable. That's a great lead price. And instead of letting that ad run out and having to start over again from scratch, I would much rather, and I'll do the same thing here, obviously, for the one that's coming in at 248. When this gets to about $100, if we're still in the $3 range, I'll do that one. This one's going to end on the 5th. Is that tomorrow? No, that's on Friday. So tomorrow, if we're still below $7 on this ad, I'll come in here, I'll click edit, I'll add more money, I'll add more time. Hillary, I recall you mentioning that previously. For example, check this out. This could be a client review website. This could be a pending or sold listing. And the idea is for custom audiences. And she doesn't have one. All right, let's do this. Let's go to like a seller PDF guide, for example. Like this is better for, typically it's better for seller leads where I got a database or I got a list of all the homeowners from my plus leads or Redx where I can create a custom audience. We also do that in our system. So all the leads that see your ads, you can retarget to them as well. But if I go to a seller guide, in fact, downsizing guide for homeowners, a brand new PDF and marketing funnel. Here's the Facebook ad. And if I've got a custom audience, I can scroll down here and where it says retarget current leads. And I could just type in the name of the custom audience or just type into this box right here and any custom audience I've got available, I can select. And then what I can do is I can say, instead of running this ad for $10 a day or $5 a day, run it for longer, month, whatever I want to do, change lifetime to daily, and then go like $3. But you can only do a daily of $3 if I'm running to a custom audience. So get to the mastermind group. There's a lot more to that, but that's in a nutshell. So pending ad, sold ad, a branding type of ad. So maybe down payment assistance, right? If you got a custom audience, you could do that with. In fact, I wonder, let me see something here. This is interesting. I'm gonna do this if we can. So I'm gonna do a video view ad for down payment assistance. So I'm gonna go marketing tools and add. So let me see this real quick. So I'm thinking out loud here what I want to do. So I got create ad. I could do video views. Video views, okay. And upload video. Let's see if she's got the video. Should be in her account. My files. There's the video insert. So once you upload the video once, it's going to be in your library, so you can use it again and again, which is nice. The problem is she doesn't have any custom audience. Yeah, so she may not. Yeah, so there's no custom audience. But I wonder, can I do daily for $3? And sorry, I want to go back. I'm gonna take the text from the current ad. I'm gonna put it in this one. I want to compare the video view versus lead ad. And so I'm going to click on edit. All I'm doing right now is I'm just grabbing the ad copy so that I can drop it into the new ad. So this is the default text. I've been helping first-time home buyers into the first home with down payment assistance that's available. It doesn't matter how much income you make. There's no income limit. All you need is to click learn more to get the information. And I'm going to edit. That last part doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to just take that out. Now it makes sense. $3. Let's see if I can do that. I'm not sure. Video view. Yeah, I might still have to do lifetime. $7 a day. That's it. I'm gonna do 50 for 5 days. I'm just gonna test out the video view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Create lifetime of 50. All right, I'll come back and check this a little later. See what's going on. All right. Anyways, any questions on this? Yeah, the video view might need to be going to a custom audience, but I don't think it should. But anyway, like I said, I was just thinking out loud on the fly to try something there. But again, that's just me overcomplicating things. All right, Hillary, are you good? Anybody else? Cameron says, I have one listing that hasn't sold. Get it into listings to leads, market it, because getting it in front of more people, that is definitely going to help. Obviously, you got your price point. Hopefully, you got good photos, do other video. So, anyways, all right, everybody, have an awesome day. Get with me in the mastermind group if you need to, and or get with our support team. And John, yeah, thank you for the compliment. I want to re-up my membership. Definitely make sure you take advantage of that. Get that done. What about new construction? Yeah. So, all right, yeah, three more minutes. Landing pages. And we do actually have, if you go to listingsleads.com/new construction, you're going to see a lot more. Oh my God, there's so much. In fact, I just did a call. We did a great call on that one, but you can go, we got new construction right here, marketing tools. And I would do an ad. I've seen people do really well. Do a similar video like you saw for down payment assistance. And you could use that video right here as well. And in fact, let's go to the YouTube and let me see under resources, go to YouTube. And if I go to playlist, I'm looking for current webinars. I don't know why current webinars at the bottom. And the playlist, I was talking about turn new construction. Yeah. So yeah, at our YouTube channel, this is a great video to watch. So I highly recommend watching this one because I go through the landing page. I go through everything. You can create custom landing pages, a lot of really cool things that you can do. So yeah, but listingsleads.com/new construction, and or get yourself over to our YouTube channel, click marketing calendar resources, go to playlist, and then find the playlist for current webinar. And it looks like right now, the new construction was the second video in that series. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.